Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Peace be upon you all. It's me again, Bahijah, the lad Sheibanee, your BCBA. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy. Today's topic is going to be about the ABC of ABA and reinforcements, which is the most important principle of behavior and the key element of most behavior change intervention. ABC. A. Antecedent. B. Behavior. C. Consequence. These are also termed as the three-term contingencies. Or, if we add the motivating operation, it becomes the four-term contingencies. So, MO, motivating operation. These are the things that you want to engage in or you don't want to engage in. The certain events. We also call it the deprivation and association. Antecedents. It is what happens before the behavior. B. Behavior. It is the behavior, how it looks, the form of the behavior. And C is the consequence, what actually happens after the behavior. This can actually increase or decrease the likelihood of the behavior happening in the future. An example of how the four-term contingency will look like. In a class where kids are playing tag before the teacher walks in. Little Johnny was the last person to be tagged as the teacher walks in. She says, "Sit down, everybody." But little Johnny didn't want to be the last person to be tagged. So he turns around and tags the next person he sees. The teacher says, "Sit down, little Johnny." I said, "Settle down, everybody." And the class roars, "Ooh, Johnny." Okay, so the motivating operation is little Johnny didn't want to be the last person to be tagged. The teacher says, "Everybody settle down." That is the antecedent. The behavior was he turned and tagged the next person he saw. The consequence was the teacher saying, "I said, sit down, little Johnny." Okay, and then the kids roared. If that saying of the teacher, "Sit down, little Johnny," was a reinforcement, in the future, little Johnny's behavior would increase. Even after the teacher says, "Everybody sit down," he will go back and tag if it happens that he is the last person to be tagged. But if that saying was a punisher, then the behavior will go down, will decrease, because he doesn't want to be reprimanded. So before I go on, I just want to clarify this, that bribery is not the same as reinforcement, as people always say, that behavior analysts always bribe the clients or the individuals to do what they want them to do. No, we don't bribe. We reward a good behavior done. So bribery is you giving out whatever that is before the behavior occurs. So the individual can actually choose to do the behavior or not, because they already have whatever they needed. On the other hand, reinforcements is a reward that we give after the targeted behavior has been accomplished or has been engaged. So we give it to you when we know you have done a good job, not before the behavior, it's after the behavior. So that's the difference between bribery and reinforcements. Now, reinforcements is the adding or removal of something in the environment, which causes the likelihood of the behavior increasing in the future. The adding or removal of something in the environment, which causes the behavior, the likelihood of the behavior increasing in the future. Now, example of that will be a kid cleans up his room, mommy comes in, praises him, and gives him something that he loves. It could be a time on the iPad, a time to play with video game, ice cream. Give him access to something that he loves. So in the future, because he wants that again, he will clean up his room. And the mommy will reward him for cleaning up his room. Now, we have two types of reinforcement. Type 1, which is the positive reinforcement, and type 2, which is the negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is the adding of something in the environment, which causes the likelihood of the behavior increasing in the future. We have 5 types of positive reinforcement: activity, sensory, social, tangible, and edible. Now, edible. It is anything that you would like to eat. It could be candy or chocolates or your favorite dessert that you would do anything to get that. Activities. Things that you engage in, like going to a party, dancing, playing with friends, and hanging out. So you would do anything for that. Social positive. That is when people give you something that you like or say things to you that you like to hear, right? So something like, oh, you're so beautiful, or I like that shirt on you, or I like those shoes, man. So those are things that people say to you that reinforces your behavior. So you would want to wear that shirt often just to get that praise. Okay, so sensory is things that you engage in without anybody giving you. Things that make you feel happy. Example would be you just singing in the bathroom thinking you're the best singer there is ever. Okay. Tangible is things that we want, things that we like to have, like money, shoes, purse, things that we would do anything to get that. So you will actually work hard for your money. You will work hard to go and buy those shoes that you love. Let's talk about negative reinforcement. This is the removal of something in the environment which causes the likelihood of the behavior increasing in the future. We're taking something out of the environment, but the behavior will increase in the future. An example would be a kid comes back from school and dad says, now let's get ready and do our homework. And then he goes like, my head aches, daddy. My head hurts so bad. And then the dad says, oh, I'm sorry. Go to your room and take a rest. Yeah, so now dad took away something that was evasive or that the kid didn't want to do away from him, which is the homework. Guess what? In the future, the kid will do the same thing again because he knows dad would make sure that he doesn't do the homework the time that he asked him to do it. So that's negative reinforcement. You are reinforcing that behavior of the kid not doing the homework. We have 2 types of negative reinforcement: escape and avoidance. Escape is getting out or away from a situation that you don't want to be part of. Example would be breaking out of jail. You're escaping jail. You are in and you're getting out. That is the most common example I can give you. Or actually, being in a fight and you're done fighting. You don't want to be part of the fight again and then you run away from it. So that's also another example. Avoidance is preventing yourself from getting into a situation you don't want to be part of. An example of that would be you seeing that the cloud, has gathered or is about to rain. It looks so like cloudy and you don't want to be wet when you get outside. So you grab an umbrella or you wear a raincoat and a rain boots just so you don't get wet. So you're preventing yourself from getting wet. So that avoidance. Now, with avoidance, we have two types of that. We have the free operance, and we have the discriminative avoidance. Free operance and discriminative avoidance. The free operance is you getting out of a situation or preventing yourself from getting into a situation with no warning. You decided, free will, okay? So you are used to a particular road or route to your house, and one day you decide not to just use that, to try something else to go home. Probably thinking that route is too long, and someone suggested, or you just thought that maybe using the other route will make it longer for you. So there's no warning that something is happening. You just decided to do it. Discriminative avoidance is you on your way home, and then you're listening to the news, and then you heard that there's a pileup on the route that you're using. So there's a warning, right? So now you go like, okay, nope, not after this hard day. I'm not going to sit in that traffic. Let me use another route. So there's a warning. With free operance, no warning. You just decide to do it. But with discriminative avoidance, there's a warning that is telling you that there's something in front of you that you don't want to be part of. So then you get away from it. I hope I've been able to explain the best way I can for you to understand what ABC, which is antecedent, behavior, and consequence, is when we say that in ABA, what it means, and also what we mean by reinforcement and the types of reinforcement that we have. I hope that was clear enough. If you have any questions or anything that is not clear, please remember to subscribe, like, and share, and then you can leave a comment. When I see that, I'm definitely going to respond to you. Okay? So until the next time, stay safe, be healthy, and God bless you.